he is actually one of the best quarterbacks in the league as we force Colin to choose between this or Dak.
All right.
Next 5 years.
Would you rather have Carson Wentz or Dak?
That is one of the easier ones today. I'd take Carson Wentz. Now, I think Carson Wentz and Patrick Mahomes, in terms of size, leadership, arm strength, are transformational players. The difference is Mahomes got to sit for a year, learn under Alex Smith, had Andy Reid. Carson Wentz had to play, got hurt again. Wentz, to me, is a different level of talent. I only put Mahomes in his class in terms of size, arm, athletic, mobility, smarts, pre-snap, coachability. I think Wentz is a totally different class of quarterback.
I think for the injuries, I'm taking Dak. Would you rather have Goff or Dak?
Again, I sometimes I don't get the criticism of certain players. I would take Goff. He throws outside of Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes, one of the best deep ball throwers in the league. If you like Matt Ryan, how do you not like Jared Goff? He's a better arm. He's basically, yes, he needs a better offensive line. He's not terribly athletic. Either is Tom Brady. Jared Goff's really good. Well, he's got Sean McVay. Find me the great quarterback with a nothing burger as head coach. They don't exist. Every good quarterback. Marino, Shula, Brady Belichick, they all have good quarterbacks. Yes, Goff is elevated by Sean McVay. So is Garoppolo with Kyle Shanahan. You don't think Dak's elevated by that offensive line, Zeke, Amari? You don't think it helps a little bit? So I would take Goff over Dak.
I also would take Goff. Would you rather have Jimmy Garoppolo or Dak?
It's close. This morning, I'd take Dak. Okay, I think Dak is a better athlete. Dak doesn't have 2 injuries. I like Garoppolo, and that's how I feel about Dak. I like Dak, but I was really disturbed by Jimmy Garoppolo and the adult film star in Beverly Hills. Come on. You're a franchise quarterback. I don't love that judgment, and that kind of off-field judgment has sometimes worried me about his throwing judgment. So this is really close, but if you're talking availability, athletic, Garoppolo's got a better arm, but sometimes Jimmy's off-field, non-field judgment has been immature. I'd take slightly, very, very slightly, Dak.
I'm also taking Dak there. Would you rather have Matt Ryan or Dak?
I asked the staff not to put this one up. Let me come back to this one later.
Okay.
I got a lot of stuff I'm still filing through on that one.
Okay. Would you rather have Deshaun Watson or Dak?
Okay, this may surprise you. But in this instance, it's like Garoppolo. It's an inch. I think I'd take Dak, and here's why. Because you're asking me next 5 years. Deshaun, the knock on Dak, he's not really a natural thrower. I completely agree. I don't think Deshaun's a great natural thrower. I worry that Dak is an ascending player. I worry that Deshaun Watson sort of plays one way, and the way he plays is going to put him into harm's way. Like a lot of quarterbacks, Russell Wilson now runs less. Russell could play 2 ways. I can run and win. I can pocket and rarely run and win. Steve Young did that. I can win running. I can win passing. I wonder if Deshaun Watson's way to win is why he gets dinged up. Like, this is the way he plays. And I worry that I think Dak can win more ways. Strictly pocket. He's not the athlete, Deshaun. So, again, this is narrow by an inch. I think I'd take Dak.
Would you rather have Derek Carr or Dak?
Derek's a better natural thrower. He's had a major injury. Derek's really funny. First of all, I think Derek's a franchise quarterback. Can we stop about trading Derek Carr? He's a franchise quarterback. He is a better natural thrower. He reminds me a lot of Tony Romo. But I would say there's an availability, there's a leadership thing, there's a toughness thing, there's a mobility thing. I'd take Dak.
I also am taking Dak there. Would you rather have Lamar Jackson or Dak?
Dak. I'll tell you why. Folks, I like Lamar, but Miami and Arizona do not a career make. Okay? The other thing about it is Dak's a bigger, stronger athlete. Lamar, to this point, has been an excellent runner and has beaten 2 lousy teams. Lamar's only played one team twice, the Chargers, and by the second time, they figured him out. Everybody's seen Dak now. He's faced the Steelers. He's faced the Eagles multiple times, the Giants multiple times. Okay, Dak's seen everybody 2 and 3 times, and he's beating people 2 and 3 times. Lamar has not proven to me he can beat Pittsburgh, Cleveland, facing them twice a year. I am still not 100% sold on Lamar as a 5-year. Is he going to be here starting in 5 years? I think with Dak, I know.
Big game for him Sunday against the Chiefs to see how good he really is. Would you rather have Sam Darnold or Dak? Well,
athletically, I think Darnold's better. Arm, I think Darnold's slightly better. Well, actually, he is better arm. Now, the difference is I take Sam Darnold. The offensive line's a mess. He inherited garbage. I still think Sam Darnold's fantastic, but he's got mono. His offense, his head coach, Adam Gase, and Greg Williams, I'm told, do not get along. It's bad ownership. So unlike Dak that inherited the best offensive line in the league in Zeke, I think Darnold's going to have to, over time, in the next 5 years, at some point, we will all acknowledge in the next 5, okay, Darnold's better. It will not look like that for the next year. And so this goes to the Kobe and Shaq trade years ago. The Lakers kept the right guy, Kobe. But for 2 years, Shaq was winning a title. And so I had to eat a dirt sandwich and say, okay, no. Kobe was long-term the better player, the healthier player, the more committed player. It's going to take a couple years. Darnold's better than Dak.
I'm taking Dak. You love Sam Darnold. Really, Greg Williams and Adam Gase don't get along?
Can't stand each other. I've been told they can't stand each other. They just don't talk in the hallways.
Oh, I love the Jets. All right, would you rather have Baker Mayfield or Dak?
I like Dak. I literally, people roll their eyes at this. Maturity, who would you rather have? Leadership, size, athletic ability? Now, Baker's a way better thrower, but I've said before, everybody questions, why do you bang on Baker? I say the same thing. You don't think off-field bad judgment ever translates to on-field? Doesn't he lead the NFL in picks since he started? Isn't that a judgment thing? Like the police video, judgment thing? Like that, none of that stuff now matters. It mattered with Manziel. It mattered with Jameis Winston. It doesn't matter at all? Like, judgment doesn't matter at all. How does it not?
There's a small correlation. I think it's more of discipline.
If you're telling me today a guy I can roll with for 5 years, I'm not going to deal with it.
I'm taking Dak also.
I'm not dealing with the nonsense.
It's not a wide margin, but I'm taking Dak.
All right.
Would you rather have Ben Roethlisberger or Dak?
Oh, Dak, yeah. I mean, Ben's 37. Ben's hurt. Yeah, I mean,
not over his whole career. This is for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, Ben's 37. He's hurt, and he's had accuracy. I think he's had declining accuracy issues. That's why when New England played him in week 1 without AB, they just said, beat us on precision routes. He can't. He needs a big play receiver. He's a big play quarterback, but next 5 years, I take Dak.
All right, finally, you asked us to wait, so we're giving it to you again. Would you rather have Matt Ryan or Dak?
I would take Matt Ryan because with 2 to 3 different coordinators, he has clicked. And now he was better with Kyle Shanahan, but even last year with a new coordinator, he was like off the charts. I think Matt Ryan, not much of an athlete. He's a lot like Jared Goff. He needs a good offensive line. But last year they had a bad offensive line, and he still had 35 touchdown throws. So I don't want to live in the moment. As a precision thrower, pre-snap, Matt Ryan's a different level right now today than Dak Prescott. So it's Matt Ryan.
For the next 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, I think Matty just got into his prime. So I think Matty's next 4 years are his best years. So
I'm taking Dak, but.
So I was, yeah. And by the way, again, so all told, I would take Wentz over him, Goff over him.
Sam Darnold,
Matt Ryan, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady. I'm trying to think anybody else in the league. So that's 8 guys absolutely. 8 guys absolutely.
That's pretty high rating for Dak.
Well, I'm saying look around.
I mean, I 100% agree with you. I don't get the pushback on Dak. I truly don't understand it.
I do because I do think when you, like Greg Cosell says, it's not pretty on tape. Like, he throws behind guys. I mean, Goulet is a Cowboy guy. He misses open guys. He throws behind guys. And I do think there's a big component to Dak is he inherited The best offensive line at the time, easily in the NFL.
I mean, your situation matters. Patrick Mahomes is in a great situation.
Yes,
Dak Prescott's in a good situation.
But you can watch Mahomes play and watch that arm, and you're like, okay.
No, he's in a different category altogether. But speaking of categories, at the end of the day, when you put the statistics up, there isn't a column for pretty wins and ugly wins.
No.
It's just wins and losses.
No, but when you pay players, a lot of it, like Tebow won, Sanchez won. You do pay players.
Not on the level that Dak is winning.
No. Well, I mean, Sanchez did. Sanchez got to back-to-back AFC championships. He beat Peyton Manning in the playoffs. He beat Brady in Foxborough. Mark Sanchez won a lot of games.
Right, but you got to pay someone what the market is. Like, people are overreacting to the number.
But I'm saying just winning is overrated. Because Tebow won, Sanchez won, Trubisky's winning. So at some point, by the way, all Alabama quarterbacks win. Tua is the only one going in the first round. They've all won 11 games. He didn't go, okay, is it a product of the coach? Is it a product of the system? I mean, Trubisky, there's no way I'm extending him at this point. And by the way, he's going to average 11 wins a year.
But more than winning, there are other factors with Dak that are valuable.